It's very difficult for me to articulate this, but I'm not really going to talk about myself in the sense that I'm quite happy with being a spiritual being having a human experience. I'm quite happy with that, yet I am becoming increasingly aware that the activities of the human being on this planet are destroying this planet. And it's becoming increasingly more distressing to me how quickly this is occurring. And I would like to ask you, as a spiritual leader, what advice that you can give to us little mortals who actually really like our human experience and have a great time on this planet and are perceiving what could only be described as some very frightening side effects of human behavior.
Yes. First thing to do, the first thing I can tell anybody this thing, is first you come to complete knowledge, understanding, experience of who or what you are. This is the first thing. I know something inside is going, yes, I know I've got to do that, but look what's happening. There's a saying, you must become the change you wish to see in the world. There is a saying that comes like this, I've heard it, no?
Yeah.
You find out who you are first. Then your vision will be clear enough to see what needs to be done.
I'm fine with who I am. I really am. And the problem that I do have is that we can all discover ourselves and be fine with who we are, be unhappy with who we are, yet the planet simply won't sustain the behavior that we are.
The planet, if it's being destroyed, if it is being destroyed, okay? If it is being destroyed, it's not being destroyed by beings who are awake to themselves.
Sorry?
If it is being destroyed, it is not being destroyed by beings who are awake to the truth of who they are. One thing, wait. What I'm saying is like this. If you feel drawn to some urge arises in you to put your efforts to change what disturbs your heart in the world, by all means, you will do it.
I found out about you by some pure coincidence very recently. And so I've come to ask you as a spiritual leader, what are our spiritual leaders doing about this?
Well, I am...
Climate change.
Well, I am not...
yeah, you're laughing.
I am not speaking as a spiritual leader.
Well,
I take your question and I answer it in the way that comes in my heart to tell you this thing. Because one man, 2,600 years ago, forgot himself. And since then, the world cannot forget him. Why is that? And this being, whose presence and the light of whose consciousness actually has impacted on so many beings, who's pointed them to a way of joy and freedom, of love and real understanding, is not different from you. It's not different from you. This is one way. You speak as spiritual people. Well, actually, all people are spiritual. Whether you come to realize it is another thing. How soon you do.
Is that not a question of whether or not your
yes.
your heart is open? and can recognize what is going on, because there is a material reality. There is a continuum that we all agree on, and can I just say something? Can I sort of steal?
No. It's not for this.
It's not.
There's time for this. There's time for that. And this today, there is not enough time for what I am speaking about. What I am speaking about, it's true.
Okay.
Now, there is a...
Okay, guys, I'm really sorry.
No, it's okay. There isn't enough being said in what I have to say. There is enough not being aware of who we are results in all this carnage, all this cruelty, all this misunderstanding. People have tried every other ways human beings try, but they only use force. Even those who appear to be speaking peacefully, they have their own snide way also. I come to you in a clarity about this thing, that you need to know what I'm speaking about, and you need to know it as soon as possible. For your own sake, and for, I'm not telling you, you must find this out to save the planet. No. You find this out to discover your eternal being. And in discovering this, other beings also will be influenced just by the sight of your presence even. I'll tell you, because many times we want to share, but you don't as yet know how to share. I am sorry, you don't know how to share. Many times we are still manipulating in the name of sharing. So only one who is really awake, they don't even know about sharing. They don't think I am sharing. Their very existence is a gift. Just their very presence is a gift. This is my calling to you about it. I am not walking on a road with any placards about it, because people don't change like that. You can't force and compel. You may educate if the people are open to that. But human beings cannot govern this world even in peace. You cannot do it. They don't know peace as yet. No human being is knowing peace. Only those who have awakened to the truth, they have come to say, listen, here, look at this, look this way. What do you see? What do you experience? No human being is living in peace. Who is living in peace? Who is resting in peace? You have to go to the cemetery to see rest in peace. You cannot see it on the high street, rest in peace. Nobody is doing it. You see, the world you see, and also is seen, shaped out of our own conditioning also. Because if you had a chance to also create what is a heaven, there are many people who wouldn't want to live in your heaven, because they have their own agenda. Everybody has their own heaven. The world is not going to find peace in that way. To find peace, you have to go out of the conditioning. You have to come back into the original one. You're not going to find it and keep it in the realm of the changeful. I am not saying do nothing, turn your back. Because the fact is, when you know who you are, you cannot cause injury to any being. It is against your nature to do it. You don't have to. When it is against your nature to do it, then you don't even have to be good. You don't know what it's like to be good or bad. It just won't feature in your consciousness. You are integral, harmonious. Naturally, this being is there. Sri Ramana Maharshi, a great sage in India, he says, all good qualities comes spontaneously in the awakened state, not cultivated. That righteousness is already inside with us, but somehow we must first remove the ignorance, you might say. More knowledge we don't need, I'll tell you. Maybe the right knowledge we need, but more knowledge you don't need. More experience we don't need. If you have the earnestness inside you for freedom, you'll find everything is there already that you need. But if you say, yes, yes, I am willing to be led, to be guided from the innermost place, or if you believe in God, I surrender myself to the supreme authority in the heart and mean it, then that will be some effective movement from you.
What I'm seeing is that there just isn't enough time to wake everybody up.
No. It takes an instant to wake you up if you are in your heart ready. It will take, we have taken thousands of years to wake up externally to the sacredness of this planet. It will take an instant if you are really open. This is why I started today by saying perhaps tonight might be enough for some people here to already be pushed into a state of real possibility. You see, but we are too casual about it.
The impossibility.
No, to wake up to the possibility.
Possibility, sorry.
Yes.
Misheard you.
Yes.
Yeah. And I thought, what? Yeah, I mean, I fear it because I have a small child. I'm sure everybody here.
Let me tell you something. Find some peace, or else your child will inherit your own.
This turmoil.
Yes.
Yeah. Guys, I can see what you're saying, and this is a very recent awakening that I have had in terms of just quite how badly damaged this.
Yes.
The actual planet, the very fabric.
Okay.
You
what I am
like
speaking from you, I'm not denouncing what you speak,
yeah.
but. You're speaking from a certain level, of course. This is how it is there, like this, and on this level it is true. There's a lot of damage being done, so to speak, like this, no? But where I'm pointing you to is that you are not going to change it out of frustration only, or if you feel drawn, if anyone comes here and says, you know, I really feel I must do something about this, as you will do, maybe unexpectedly, you may encounter a certain experience for yourself, and then a passion arises out of that moment for you, and you know that you have no other choice but to follow your passion and give help to this. That's fine. Go with it. This is life. This is how we've always lived.
It's very difficult
when you are
face
touched.
Ridicule.
Huh?
It's very difficult when you face ridicule.
Perhaps you face ridicule because you're trying to change people. Wait, let me explain.
Yeah.
You know, or make them feel guilty about something, or I don't know.
Yeah.
But somehow, I will point you. Let me speak about you. Don't say it's enough. I am a spiritual being having human experience. Lovely cliche. Don't just leave it like that. Complete your seeing, because that's not just a passivity. It's not an escape. It's not a dismissal of what you're speaking. But I would say that is our highest calling, because in the world there are forces working for and against every movement. If you feel in your own existence there is something that is unavoidable, that I must go, then you go. And you know what? Your very going might be more inspiring than you telling people to go.
Yeah.
You go, and then others may come with you, like this. It is true, you know what I speak. So I don't decry what you speak. I just call you, make use of this opportunity. I don't see anything more urgent. Sometimes in times of real crisis, in some way, you have to be like a salmon swimming upstream. You may not go in the great wave of where everyone else is going. And the one who discovers the truth is not unlike that. Sometimes you stop. You don't get caught in all the noise of it, but you sit. You have to find out this thing, to come here. Be effective by being here first. That's not running away. It's not running away. It's really returning to that truth.
So,
This is let's say source, same thing. Then out of that, like Christ say, don't be telling other people your eyes are dirty when your own eyes are dirty. You clean first your own eyes, and then you'll see clearly enough to see what needs to be removed from someone else's eyes, if it is still there, like this. These are basic and fundamental insights, and I don't know if we have the courage or the urge to follow them. But start first with your own self. If your action is an outer action, do it. But if it is an inner action also, you do that, whatever feels right for you. Sometimes it's like this, sometimes like that. That's also the play of existence. I have come here with a singular message, an invitation, and a reminding, a good news about it, that to be free in the most truthful way, it is possible. Because I don't know if people realize that it is possible. Now, if I ask you, name me so many astronauts you can tell me, how many doctors you can say, how many great singers you can say, how many great, I was going to say politician, maybe not good, but how many great, how many awakened ones, then you're going back 2,500 years for some kind of example. Why not now? Why are you not great? Not great in the sense I am great. Not this I am great. But to discover your greatness. Satsang is for this. Not to make you super egos, but really to dispel that the terror that comes through not knowing the truth of who we are. There cannot be a peace externally if you are not in peace